hope that y'all are ready to decorate with me for Christmas today because I have pulled all of my Christmas decor out of storage and I'm ready to work on my living room. And for anyone who is new here, I thought I should share what our living room space looks like. So we have our more formal seating area on the one side, and then directly across from that, we have our fireplace mantle, and this little nook space next to that I'm hoping and praying our Christmas tree will fit in. But I actually think that what I want to start with is this bookshelf that's actually on the opposite wall from our entryway. I have this idea to build out a snowy gingerbread Christmas village that kind of takes up the entire cabinet space. And I finally have collected enough gingerbread pieces to fill the entire cabinet. So I'm really excited to bring that vision to life. This year I picked up this gingerbread Santa sleigh and reindeer set. It comes with 4 of these gorgeous gingerbread reindeer. I also have this smaller size house with the slanted walls and roof, and then a taller city townhome type of style, and a larger, almost colonial style home if it was made out of gingerbread. And then this one always reminds me of that guy that owns the Sauna gift shop in the Frozen movie. I feel like if he lived in a gingerbread house, it would be this one. I do also have a few gingerbread decor pieces that are not houses. So last year I picked up this gingerbread nutcracker and this smaller size gingerbread tree. And then I have this large gingerbread cookie jar in the shape of a Christmas tree. And I thought this might be perfect to fill the larger space in the middle of the cabinet. And then to break up the neutral gingerbread tones and add a little bit of depth and color to the display, I've just collected a few Christmas trees and this little Santa. So I think I'm going to start with the Santa sleigh and reindeer on the second shelf and then build out the display around that. Some of my favorite pieces of Christmas decor are reindeer and Christmas trees, and not just like full-size decorated Christmas trees, but even like the little small versions of Christmas trees that you set as tabletop decor. There's just something so magical and fun about them, and so setting up this gingerbread village was just giving me so much joy, and I was really feeling the Christmas spirit. I had a lot of fun just messing around with it. And I did have to move things around quite a bit before I figured out exactly where I wanted everything to be, how I felt that it looked best. But I kind of did that as a dry run, and then I started adding in all of this polyfill as fake snow. Now I did try to find like sheets of fluffy fake snow, but my local stores were out. All I could find were those thin sheets that you can drape over things that kind of have like specks of glitter in them. Do you know what I'm talking about? And I didn't want that. I wanted like fluffy like pillows of snow. So lucky for me, my oldest daughter Kinsley is a very creative person, and over this past year she has taught herself how to crochet and done a lot of crocheted stuffy projects. So she has quite a bit of polyfill just hanging out in her room, and I thought that this would be the perfect faux snow to use for the season. And then of course we will be able to replace it for her afterwards. We don't have to throw this out, or don't intend to throw this out. When I pack up all of the Christmas decor, I'll just shake this off a bit and then add it back into her polyfill bag so it is multi-purpose. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out in case you have been struggling to find some faux snow for your decorating. Try going to a craft store and getting a big bag of polyfill. Okay, how cute is this gingerbread village? I love the snowy Christmas look, and I can't wait to put some twinkle lights in there. For the faux snow, I just used some of Kinsley's polyfill that she uses for her crochet projects. This stuff, a little goes a long way. I didn't even use half the bag. And then I topped it with some of this iridescent faux snow that I found at the Dollar Tree because I know this will be so reflective and pretty when I add the twinkle lights in. But I'm kind of kicking myself for that because now I have all of these little iridescent faux snow glitter pieces on the floor and carpet, and glitter is so hard to clean up. But not for my new Narwal Freo X10 Pro. This baby is not intimidated by a little glitter on the floor. I've been wanting to try out the Narwal X10 Pro for a while because of their all clean, zero effort claims. It also has a ton of smart features such as app and voice control, cleaning calendars, and can use AI to adjust the mop dampness according to the humidity in your home. It has an all-in-one 120-day self-empty base station designed to keep your machine clean with auto dust bag drying, dust compression, and hot air mop drying. I especially wanted to try this because I already love my Narwal S30 wet dry vacuum so much. This guy single-handedly keeps my entryway clean of dirt and mud and protects my floors from salt damage in the winter months. It's flexible enough to lay flat to clean underneath the furniture, offers edge cleaning and flexibility to get into tight corners, and is a vacuum and mop all in one, so it cleans large wet and dry messes in one pass. I especially love that the S30 is maintenance free with a self-cleaning base station and high temp mop wash and iron drying up to 176 degrees Fahrenheit. The Freo X10 Pro has a lot of those features as well. It has an anti-tangle side brush that easily sweeps debris into its hyper-suction 11,000 PA vacuum, has 360 degree laser radar and 3D forward-facing structured light to achieve millimeter level obstacle avoidance. Of all of the robot vacuums I've ever tried, this X10 Pro is definitely the most efficient at both navigating furniture and mopping floors. It uses thicker mopping pads and strong downward pressure to mop like human hands, and uses a triangular mop design for high cleaning coverage, leaving no gap between the pads and allowing it to effectively clean large messes along with the everyday dirt and grime. I am partnered with Narwal on today's video, so I've got a special discount offer for you. I'll leave links and discount information for both the Narwal Freo X10 Pro and the S30 wet dry vacuum down in my description box. You can use those links to treat yourself to a clean home with zero effort this holiday season. Thank you so much to Narwal for partnering with me and sponsoring today's video, and for offering this special discount to all of my viewers and subscribers. I was digging in my Decor totes and I came across this DIY swag that I had made a couple of years ago. These are a really simple DIY. You just cross two faux greenery picks and secure them with zip ties, and then to cover the gap that's in the middle, I just tied a red bow over it. But since these picks are flocked and snowy and they have red berries on them and pine cones, I thought this would be perfect to add to the top portion of the cabinet. I've also got some greenery and red berry picks to put inside of one of the woven vases that I always leave on top, and these red velvet ribbons that I like to tie around those vases. These red ribbons are probably my best holiday decorating hack or tip that I could give. Is anything that feels like it's out of place or just those everyday items that linger. For me, it's these vases, also tabletop lamps and floor lamps that just never quite feel like they fit in with your holiday decor. Just add some velvet ribbon, tie a little Christmas bow, and then before you know it, they are full of the magic of the season, and it's like they are supposed to be there. It creates a way more cohesive look, and it's those small details that really elevate a space from looking like you set out some decor to looking like it has been intentionally styled for the season. And this Christmas village is a perfect example of that. I feel like without the greenery and the red Christmas bows, this might look like it's missing a little something, but having it there, this looks complete. It is the perfect vision that I had in my head, and I'm just absolutely in love with it. But now moving on to styling my blanket basket. That sounds so silly to say out loud, but again, this is another one of those little details that are often and easily forgotten, but they truly do make such a difference. Even if you are someone who doesn't like a lot of trinkets or doesn't prefer too much holiday in your face decor, doing something as simple as swapping out your pillows or pillow covers for a seasonal kind of color palette, adding in some greenery picks and a few bows can really transform your space with low effort, low budget, but high impact. And now, to no one's surprise, adding some Christmas bows to the backs of my accent chairs. This is something I've been doing for a few years now, and I look forward to it. I love the way that this looks, and it's one of those things that just feels like the cherry on top thought to me. No one expects for an accent chair to be a piece of Christmas decor, but add a bow and you can absolutely transform them into that. And now swapping out all of my wall art, I've been very fortunate for the past few years to have this portrait of Santa, but this year, Target's Christmas collection ate it up with the wall art. They did such a good job. I think it was the Hearth and Hand collection, and I was able to find a couple of frames to replace these ones next to my front door that fit perfectly with the decor that I've been collecting over the last few years and that Ralph Lauren aesthetic that I have definitely been embracing this year but accidentally been indulging in over the last few years that I've been curating my Christmas decor collection. However, I know not everyone likes to swap out frames and canvases and things like that, so if you have some frames, you could always just get some digital downloads from Etsy and have them printed at Walgreens and swap out the pictures in them. Or for a landscape canvas, you could get some snowflake stickers and trees and maybe like some reindeer and transform your landscape into a snowy Christmas village with stickers that then just peel off at the end of the season. But now the last thing I needed to do was style my coffee table, and I am keeping this very simple with some hurricane jars and a few decorative items, and then these sugared cranberries that are so beautiful and very affordable that I found at the craft store. The moment of truth. We're done with that side of the living room. Now it's time to see if our Christmas tree fits right here. I need to move this bench first. Can't find my scissors. I am really hoping, maybe I should have started with this, but I'm really hoping that this works out here, because otherwise I'm gonna have to rearrange that entire space again. Our tree skirt. I hope this one's the base. So turn around this way. While I'm only sharing with you a few seconds of me fluffing this tree, please know that I was doing this for hours and the sun started to go down. So the lighting's gonna change in the end of this video because I was working on this for so long and it still looked like I did nothing. I don't know why, but I'm just not good at fluffing a Christmas tree. I will work on it for hours and still have all of these gaps and holes. So if you have any advice or tips for how to streamline this process, be more efficient and effective at it, I am all ears because I've never been able to figure it out. But once I got it good enough, I'm adding these Christmas bell garlands, and I've been using these for at least 4 years now. They bring them back every year at Hobby Lobby. They're super affordable, only like $5 each, and Christmas bells are kind of a through line in my holiday decor, so I love to add them to the tree. Along with red berries, I put those everywhere, including adding a few picks into my Christmas tree. And I feel like this is one of those small details that you might not know it's missing, but once you have it there, you're just like, duh, yes, this was always supposed to be here. And to me, it makes it look like this is a real tree out in the forest with some fresh fallen snow. And then this year at Marshall's, I found these bears that I thought were so cute. They remind me of my oldest daughter, Kinsley, who is very into teddy bears right now, like all middle school and preteen girls. I know these are trending, but they reminded me of her, and I thought it would be fun to try to set them out underneath of the tree. Okay, now for the mantle. In years past, I've done an asymmetrical, like cascading look with garland on the mantelpiece. But since we have the tree right here this year, I think I just want the mantle to be kind of simple and look like a continuation of the tree. I have these two flocked Norfolk pine garlands. I want to say these are either 5 or 6 feet, probably 5. And I'm just going to layer them straight across the mantle like this. To be honest, I wish that they were flocked heavier than this. They have been in the past, and then if you have flocked greenery around holiday time, you know that it just falls right off onto the floor. So I wish it was heavier flocking, like very snowy like the tree, but this is as good as it's gonna get, at least this year. I think maybe I will be on the hunt though with after Christmas clearance. Since I'm doing just kind of a gently cascading, straight across, like simple mantle place, I don't think that I have to worry about securing this too much. And I have these 5 Christmas bells that I've collected in different sizes and with different ribbons, I guess, over the last few years. So I think I'm gonna try out having them kind of take up the space across the mantle. And then maybe add in these 3 little houses as well. They've got like a faux brass finish and they're just clear glass on the fronts, so they might look really pretty with twinkling lights. I usually hang the stockings on this side, so I think I'm still going to try that out. We have these little gingerbread man stockings for the whole family, and I love them. They go with that gingerbread theme that we've got going on, and they're just the cutest thing. I could only find 3 stocking holders though, so I think I'm just gonna have to make do with that. Maybe move them over because they are hanging right in the face of our bear. And then we have this life-size Santa. I want to try my best to nestle him right in here. He does hang off of the hearth just a bit, but I don't think it's going to be a tripping hazard. I don't think it's too much that it would be a problem. I was wrong. It was a problem. I did not like it here. So thankfully I had a little bit of wiggle room with the Christmas tree, and I could scoot it over just a tad so that Santa could be sandwiched in between the tree and the fireplace, which I felt fit a lot better. And then I just moved those teddy bears to the hearth, and I actually love the way that that looks, so I guess it worked out the way it was supposed to. And then to my garland, I am adding a couple of more. So I have this bow garland that I finger knit last year. The girls actually did it with me. So I did this one, Sawyer did a pink one for her room, and Kinsley did a blue one, and it was just so much fun. We would just finger knit all of these little bows while we were watching Christmas movies. And then I also have my Merry Christmas banner that I've been using here for a couple of years, and I really like the way that it looks here on the mantelpiece, but I've also used it on the wall art, and in entryways before. My garlands fell, so I think that means I do need to get some of those command hooks that kind of wrap around to keep it secure. And I don't have any of those on hand, so I'm gonna have to go out to the store and pick some up, which I think means that I'm gonna have to call it quits on today's decorating, because by the time I get home, the sun will most definitely be down. But don't worry, I am gonna share with you how everything turned out today. I do have some just like finishing touches and some DIY ideas that I might like to share along with the entryway. So maybe after I get all of the main decor out through the house, I'll do like a cozy Christmas vlog or something in the coming weeks, and we can just go around and do some of those finishing touches and random decorating and hang out and spend a day together. If you'd like that, let me know, because I think I would really like to film something and just hang out with you in that kind of way. But thanks for being here with me today. I hope that I was able to share some decorating ideas that you might be able to use in your own home, or just spend a little time getting ready for the season with you. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps to support my channel. And subscribe if you aren't already. I'd love to have you join my YouTube family. We have so many more Christmas decorating videos and just pre-holiday prep coming up, and I don't want you to miss that. So make sure you're subscribed, and hopefully I see you all in the next one. Bye.